Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Dr. Korir Singoe. He joins us live on the bench. Karibu Daktari, good to see you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.
You saw that story. I'm sure you've been following it very closely. What's the latest that we can say about Dorothy's son?
Well, I think first and foremost, let me register our deep concern about this particular case and extend our solidarity to the family of Dorothy and the son, and to assure them that as government, we are doing our best. Now, you must know that this is a case that has been in the books for a couple of years. This young man inadvertently, like you said, occasioned the death of another. Now, under the laws of this particular country, Saudi Arabia, the penalty is either you pay blood money by way of compensation, or there is capital punishment associated with it. And so the circumstances that this gentleman is in are dire. When this case was brought to our attention, we have instructed our ambassador in Saudi Arabia, Mohammed Ruwanje, to re-engage, because we believe that the door is not quite shut yet. We believe that even though it's a great thing for Kenyans to be able to rally together and to try to raise these 150 million sort of blood money compensation, we think there are diplomatic pathways through which we might be able to resolve this issue. And so today, as a matter of fact, our ambassador in Saudi had a meeting with his counterparts within the Saudi Foreign Ministry, and a conversation has commenced. Our hope really is that within the next couple of weeks, we will be able to know the direction. Most likely, there will be an opportunity to go back to court for a review of this particular penalty. Because look at it, it's egregious. I mean, it's almost unattainable. It's almost as if you have no option but to go through the death penalty.
Yeah, but
it's difficult.
Dr. Ari, real quick, it's been 13 years he's been in jail. Do you think we took too long to engage?
I'm afraid we may have. But as an administration, this matter was brought to our attention very recently, thanks to your campaign. And that's where I think citizens' voices are very, very important, because they cause us to re-engage with matters that may have been forgotten. And so because of our re-engagement, we are beginning to see that there is an openness that we might be able to find a resolution to this matter. But I think the cautionary tale behind this story, again, is that even as we do all the heavy lifting to get our diaspora abroad, we must all appreciate that when you're abroad, you're living in a completely different context, a context that is governed by different laws, whose criminal justice systems might be completely different, and whose standards are equally different. It therefore behooves our brothers and sisters who are going out, to be employed abroad as diaspora, to be able to conduct themselves even more carefully in order not to run afoul of the law of whatever country they're at. Just like they need to do the same in our own jurisdiction, even though within our jurisdiction, of course, they are pretty familiar with, what they need to do to protect their rights.
A moment ago, Dr. Ari, you said there could be a window of opportunity. The deadline was actually a week from today. Today's the 8th, 15th is a week from today.
Yes.
Otherwise, they will kill him.
Execute
him.
Yeah.
Could that window be extended? I mean, are you optimistic? And does that have to involve the blood money that you say of 150 million shillings, which is more than $1 million if you look at it?
It is. Well, based on the engagements of our ambassador in Saudi today, we have the strong belief that that deadline might be extended, particularly when we demonstrate to the court that efforts have been rolled out to try to mobilize some resources to be able to meet this family midway. Maybe not entirely the whole way, but at least midway. And so demonstrate good faith and commitment to be able to repair this harm that has been occasioned to this family.
All right.
Yeah.
Dr. Ari, I want you to stand by. There's a lot to talk about in the foreign policy arena. We're going to talk about Somalia. We're going to talk about DRC, the latest case. Remember KQ employee?
Sure.
You guys were really involved in discussions then. We want to talk about Haiti. Are we still sending our officers